Are you willing to sacrifice your life?
The fuck was that, Ken?
Joey Fats Radio, row 1, seat 1.
I've been loving every second. I'm not rooting for injuries openly, but
I just pretended that was Brian Deegan.
I'm so fucking pumped. I'll be like, yeah, bitch, fuck
I will do that.
I'm gonna find him on LinkedIn and be like, "Did you punch a kid in the face? Tell me the truth."
All right, Sean brought his A game tonight. All right, okay, I like it. I like where this is going. And I don't want to put this as like a thing. Like he wasn't a bad guy, as far as
Who
we
said
know.
he was a bad guy?
I don't know, but I feel like we're painting him in this light that he was like this bad guy, and I don't want to do that. To this day, I hope you hear this. Fuck you. But rules are rules, okay? Stupid rule, but it was a rule. If you were a Crip and you were cooling in the cut, what do the Bloods do? Are they booling in the butt? Yep. Also, we are extremely juvenile, and yeah, whatever. Fuck you. All right.
I've used it. I admit it. You fucking smacked me in the ass, you dumb fuck.
Well then.
Oh, you fucking.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's my voice.
There we go. Okay, there it is.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Just making sure. Yeah, gotta make sure everything's working because you never know in this fucking place. What is going on, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Row 1 Seat 1. I am Joey Fats. This is Row 1 Seat 1. Joey Fats Radio, live on the one, the only, the New Bedford Guide.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
R.I.P. It was fun while it lasted.
It was fun. It's time to retire the Drake May shtick.
It was fun while it lasted. You guys had your little moment in the sun where you actually thought Drake May was an MVP candidate.
Feels like
He
almost.
He even
Almost.
came up one vote short somehow, which we'll get into that.
That was honest to God, hand to God. That was shocking. I will say the guy that voted for Justin Herbert is a retard, flat out.
Well,
that was the only person that was
he
wrong.
inadvertently prevented one of the worst MVP voting splits of all time.
No, because he still had Drake May third or fourth on his list anyway, so it wouldn't have really affected it at all. But it was just like him. He was the only person that was just wrong. That was Sam Monson, who's an L.A. beat reporter.
We'll dive into all of that as the show rolls along here tonight, Sean. We've got an absolutely monster show planned for you.
We don't.
I am just ecstatic to be here tonight.
You're just going to be a big bitch.
I am going to listen. My goal this weekend was to become insufferable beyond anything anyone has ever seen.
Too late.
I think I've already achieved that. I don't know. We'll find out.
I stopped. Joey texted me during the Super Bowl. I had to put my phone away, and I just switched over to my iPad. I had 80 missed text messages from Joey. And I was like, yep, this is how it's going to go.
You knew how this game was going. You understood what was at stake. And we're going to get into it. We're going to get into all of Super Bowl 60 and the absolutely glorious ass whipping that the Seahawks put on Drake May and the Patriots. I don't think it was to anyone's surprise outside of the 617-508 area codes. I think everybody kind of saw this one coming.
I mean, you had kind of hoped that lightning would strike twice, so to speak. A lot of us had maybe fooled ourselves into maybe Cinderella can, put on the glass slipper one more time.
I went back and listened to last week's show, and I said 34-17 was my final.
You were close.
And I was pretty close. I overrated both teams by a little bit.
I said 26-21.
You said 27-21
Oh,
Patriots.
27-21, okay.
You said 27-21 Patriots.
I wish we scored that many points.
Yeah, that would have been nice. I would have made it a game. At least it would have been fun to watch. But we'll get into that. We'll get into the halftime show. We'll get into the commercials. We'll get into everything that encompasses Super Bowl 60. We'll get into your phone calls. I want to hear from Patriots Nation. I want to hear from the people that thought the Patriots were going to win, that didn't think they were going to win. How did you think the game was going to go? Call us. Give us did you hit on any squares? I did. I hit on a square. I covered myself for
$500. Vrabel Coach of the Year.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Because the day it opened, I threw $20 on it, and it was whatever the fuck it was. I got $500.
There you go. I hit a square, so that covered all my betting for the week. Covered all my Super Bowl bets and then some. Made a little bit of money. Didn't hit my parlay, but my parlay did include the Seattle Seahawks defense scoring, which was the long shot. And just go figure, Jackson Smith-Njigba and Kenneth Walker couldn't find the end zone and cost me an additional, I don't know, $3,000.
Dude, Jackson Smith.
We'll
not going to say his last name.
We'll get into it. We'll get into him. We'll get into Christian Gonzalez. We will get into everything that was Super Bowl 60.
He deserved to win. He was the guy that showed up for the Patriots.
Pump the brakes.
Did he not?
Did he show up? Yeah.
He's the only one.
Pump the brakes. We'll get into that when we get into that. We will have a full Daytona 500 preview because, Sean, left turn season is back, baby. I could not be more fucking thrilled. We are 5 fucking days away from the Super Bowl of auto racing, the Daytona 500.
This is how helpful I will be for NASCAR.
Wait,
6,
it doesn't matter.
7.
No, we're going to get you into it this year. We're going to get you betting. We're going to get you picking, and we're going to get you into it. Even if you only bet $1.
Is there a car 67?
I don't believe so.
Fuck. Okay.
I don't believe
that was
there
going to
is.
be my bet.
I can double check though.
All right.
But we'll get into that. We'll get into all. We'll do a little bit of off-season preview. We're going to be all over the place tonight, but we are going to be Super Bowl 60 heavy. Everything from Bad Benny in the halftime show to Kid Rock and his Turning Point USA halftime show. We'll get into the game itself. We'll get into all of the breakdown. Drake May, the left side of that Patriots offensive line, the Seattle defense, Sam Darnold, all the things that we are going to get into. We'll get into. I mean, you name it. This show's going to go in a lot of different directions. So buckle up.
How about Mac Hollins being the LeBron James of movies?
Yeah, seriously, we'll get it. We'll get into that too. 774-992-8702 is the number if you want to give us a call and get your thoughts on the air, because we know there's a lot of you out there that had a lot of shit to talk. You had a lot of things to say. You had a lot of things to say about my Broncos, about the Seahawks, about your Patriots coming in. And I don't want to sit here and sound like I told you so, but I fucking told you so. I fucking told you so. That this team had no fucking business being in this game. So, Sean, I'm going to start off. I'm going to go right fucking hard in the paint, right off the rip.
Go ahead.
This Patriots team had absolutely no fucking business being in this game. I knew it. Most of you Patriots fans in the bottom of your hearts knew it. You wouldn't admit it, but you knew it.
It was fun to get
because
here.
You knew, oh, yeah, it was great. Listen, it was so much fun to get here, but then, oh, my God, here come the Seahawks.
Fuck you.
And you guys got absolutely fucking bodied in this game. Now, I did say this was going to be a slow grind of a loss for the Patriots, and it was. The Seahawks couldn't score touchdowns.
No.
Which cost me on my parlay. But, again, it was that, Sean, it went exactly how I said it was going to go, where the Patriots were never really out of it until they were out of it.
Yeah.
And it was just like they were one play away. They make it 19-7.
Yep.
And I'm sitting here going like,
there's a chance.
I'm like, uh-oh. Like, 12-point game. Sam Darnold's getting the ball back. Let's see how he responds, because God only knows. You know, is this going to be where, you know, the Sam Darnold that we know and love shows up?
That's what I was thinking.
And I'm sitting here going like, okay, I'm like 19-7. Sam Darnold throws a pick 6. Now it's 19-14, and all the pressure's on the Seahawks. And then I could easily see the wheels coming off the bus in that scenario. The Seahawks end up punting, which works. And then who sees the ghosts? The most overrated quarterback in maybe the history of the league this year.
Oh,
and Drake May. The guy who is one vote away from getting an MVP.
Stop.
And he just throws an absolute, I mean, I don't even know if that was an interception. That was a fair catch.
That was a terrible throw.
That was a terrible throw. He climbs the pocket. There's no pressure. It's a clean pocket. Yeah. Fires one straight down the middle. Game's over.
Right to love.
Right.
Was that the one with the defense put the hands? I thought it was the fumble. Was the one where he put his hands in his face. Well, all the defense put their
Dana, you don't have to apologize for talking shit, okay? You talked all the shit you had to talk because you had to talk shit. because your team was in the Super Bowl.
Wait, who's apologizing?
And someone in the chat on New Bedford Guides.
Do not apologize.
Do not, never. First of all, never apologize for
yes,
talking
please,
shit.
God, that's what we're here for.
No,
God.
you double and triple down on that shit. That's what you do.
That's right.
You never fucking apologize. Take that from me.
Listen,
the king of the shit talkers.
I lost. I'm here. It's a game. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
We're
well,
fine.
And not for nothing, but Sean knows that it's a game that the Patriots shouldn't have been playing in. They were one fucking blizzard away from losing to Jarrett Stidham in an AFC Championship game. They shouldn't have been there. But, Sean, that was the end of the game. That was when the game was over for the Patriots.
To see it, you saw the defense when that turnover happened. They all knew. The defense knew at that point that this was our last drive to make a turnaround. This was the last time. All of them at the same time were and that was it.
Yeah.
And they knew it.
It was.
And then the wheels came off.
And I'm not going to sit here and toot my own fucking horn, but beep, dude, because I nailed this fucking game almost to a T. The only thing I missed on was the final score because I think I gave both offenses a little more credit than they deserved. Other than that, this game went exactly how I thought it was going to go. The Seahawks were just going to continue to score. I didn't see how the Patriots were going to score points. They didn't. They had the garbage time touchdown to Mac Hollins. They had the touchdown to Mac Hollins to make it 19-7.
No, the Mac Hollins was fine. The garbage time touchdown to Stevenson was garbage time.
The garbage time touchdown later on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool.
I thought that ball touched the ground, and it was like,
no, it didn't. That was a hell of a catch.
That was a crazy catch.
That was a fucking crazy good
because
catch.
they showed it, and I was like, oh, it's going to touch the ground. And it was like this much air between it. And I was like, that's impressive.
It was shades of Julian Edelman and whatever against the Falcons.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter now.
But it doesn't matter because they lost, which is great for me. But I told you guys take the Seahawks with the points. Take the Seahawks with the 4.5. It was going to be a slow grind of a loss. And again, it was just one of those games where the Patriots came out and you just automatically felt like the Patriots were playing behind the 8 ball the entire game.
And how did Vegas know at 42.5?
How does Vegas always know, bro?
Pieces of shit.
They always know.
43 points.
They always know, dude. It went exactly how I felt like it was going to go. Seattle just had too much talent on both sides of the ball. The Patriots really didn't belong. I mean, Drake May's got, 21 sacks in the postseason in 4 games?
He got murdered.
21 sacks, 8 fumbles. I think he lost 5?
5, and he also had, 5 interceptions or 6 interceptions?
5 or 6 interceptions. Not
a
good postseason.
This was David Carr, Houston Texans.
And let's before we dive full into the game real quick, because there are some stuff I want to say. I do want to talk about the game and a little bit of X's and O's, not too much because that shit's boring as fuck. But what we saw from Drake May in these 4 playoff games, okay, when they played 3 teams with what we would call anemic offenses, right? You get the Chargers with no offensive line and a certified choker artist in Justin Herbert. Okay, cool. They win that game. You get C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans, where, not for nothing, but if the Houston Texans had just punted on 3rd down in that game instead of trying to go for it, they probably would have won. Because C.J. Stroud was abysmal. Okay, they lose. They have no Nico Collins. They lose Schultz mid-game because C.J. Stroud's so bad. He throws a ball that was so terrible that Schultz tries to come back for it and ends up tearing his ACL because he's trying to go back for a ball that C.J. Stroud missed through so horribly. Then you get Jarrett Stidham, a backup quarterback who hasn't thrown a ball in 2 years in an AFC Championship game that you should win 10-7. What we saw out of the Patriots in those 3 games is exactly what we talked about all year. Mm-hmm. When we said they're playing cupcakes, they're getting lucky with their schedule. They haven't played anybody. They played the Bills late in the season, and the Bills put the boots to them. They spotted the Patriots a 21-point lead, and they couldn't hold it. That was the only good team they played in the second half of the season. They get lucky with the Bengals and Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's cleared to play, but he's like, we got the Ravens next week. I'm gonna take one more week off. No T. Higgins, no Jamar Chase, no Joe Burrow. Okay, cool. You get the Bengals. They got lucky with that. They got lucky against the Falcons. They got lucky against the Saints. They got lucky against a lot of teams along the way. And again, You can't take the wins off the board. I'm not saying that they didn't earn 14 wins this year. They did. They won 14 games.
For sure.
No one's telling me. No, I'm not telling you they didn't. I'm not saying that they didn't deserve to win those games. But when you look back at the season, Sean, and this is what I've been trying to say all year, context matters. Context matters.
With everything.
You must apply logic to all of these games. Yes, they won 14 games. They also had the worst schedule the easiest schedule anyone's had in 26 years.
Yeah, since the 99 Rams.
11 of their 14 wins came against head coaches who were fired after the season.
Deservingly so.
And exactly. So what does that tell you? They played a bunch of really, really bad teams.
Yeah.
Again, no one should be apologizing for having a 14-win season.
Absolutely not.
But what we saw in the playoffs was that they had what this was, Sean, at the end of the day, the single luckiest run that any team has ever had. In terms of who they matched up with and when they matched up with them.
Was it like another 06 Bears type of situation where the Bears
No,
kinda
because
like
that 06
fell
Bears
into it?
defense was actually dominant. When the Bears got to the Super Bowl against the Colts, they had, I would at least say, a puncher's chance against the Colts in that game.
So was it
Devin Hester returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown that game.
So was it like a Dan Fouts San Diego Chargers type
I would
team?
say, not even Dan Fouts, I would say this is like the Stan Humphries 1994 Chargers team, where things just kind of fall. I'm going to put this Patriots team in the top 3 worst teams to ever make a Super Bowl.
I do think a lot of
And I'm going to put it with the 85 Patriots, who lost to the Bears, the 94 Chargers, and this team. Those are the 3 worst teams that I've seen make a Super Bowl in my lifetime.
I mean, people are gonna hear you say that, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're just stirring the pot, and you're trying to just give a shit for no reason." But there's some
Prove me wrong.
But wait, there's some legitimacy to that because we shouldn't have been here. Like, I understand the overall point of that is that we shouldn't have been there, and it's true. Like, for us to be here. Vrabel said it himself. We're 307 days into a new program that I'm building here. Like, that was Vrabel's way of saying...
The Patriots overachieved this year in a major way. You and I think we picked them to win 11 games before the season started.
Yeah, I had 11, yeah.
Okay, they
sure.
overachieved by 3 games. Now, we knew they were going to have a better... Most people were picking them to win 7, 8 games.
I said divisional round in their exit.
Yeah, and... Normally, honestly, if they had ended up with the 1 seed, they would have been out in the divisional round because Buffalo would have probably come in and beat the brakes off of them.
Maybe
Because Drake May's not out dueling. Drake. I hate to say that. I hate to tell you, Patriots fans, this. Drake May ain't no Bo Nix. He ain't out dueling Josh Allen.
Let's pump the brakes. I mean,
don't worry. We're gonna get into your boy Drake May here in a little bit.
We're gonna get
because
into that too.
Because I am no longer going to tolerate this Drake May is an MVP and Bo Nix slander on this show. Because Bo Nix,
first of all,
Drake May is what everybody is trying to convince me Bo Nix is. Drake May got into the biggest game of the year in the spotlight, and he folded like a cheap fucking suit. He played like absolute ass. And I don't want to hear, the left side of the line, he was under pressure. We just talked about it. That interception he threw, he was protected, he had a pocket, and he airmailed basically a fair catch to center field because he was fucking shook.
Yeah, he was
shook.
That was the terrible game to play, absolutely.
Awful. So I don't want to fucking hear about Drake May and MVP and Bo Nix. People trying to tell me I don't know. If I would say if Bo Nix had played, we would have dunked on you guys in the AFC Championship. People like, I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I don't know.
I use it.
I know because I saw Drake May play football for the last year and a half. And I'm not saying the kid's not going to be good, but
exactly.
He is what he to quote the late great Denny Green, he is who we thought he was.
And there's nothing wrong with saying that we would have lost the AFC Championship game. Guess what? We shouldn't have probably got there either. We're again overproducing. This was
Correct.
an over-exaggerated year. There is nothing wrong. And how many times are we going to say it on this show, and we've said it in the past, we're going to go into this offseason. If this team stays exactly the same going into next year,
9 wins.
This team sucks next year. I'm
9
sorry.
wins.
Right, because we're going from the easiest schedule to the 6th most difficult schedule next year.
I mean, Granted, that can all change.
I
we
know, but on paper,
right now,
it's the 6th most difficult schedule. So be that as
we
it
know,
may,
we know that there will be teams on their schedule.
that will be dog shit.
That won't be as good. Like, everybody looked at the Bengals this year and like, oh shit, Bengals, Ravens, Steelers. That's 3 losses right there. Yeah, well, ended up being 1. So. Anyway.
But exactly. So we have to go through a whole off season. Teams always have to try to get better and make some big changes. A lot of shit has to go through. So,
well, like you say, we always say during the offseason, right? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And luckily for the Patriots and their fan base and the team, they've got money to spend. They're going to go out. They're going to make some adjustments.
It's me and you again. Me, you, I think in Jacksonville,
and
which is fucking crazy.
We're back, Sean. It's back to the
2014 all over again.
It's back to 2014 all over again. The arms race is going to be insane, and we'll dive into that a little bit towards the end of the show.
Max Crosby also is interested in going to Denver as well.
There's no way in hell he's leaving. There's no
Oakland.
There's no way in hell he's leaving Oakland. They have to trade him, no?
Yeah, no. Max Crosby said he told ownership and Brady he's never playing for the Raiders again. Period.
He has to get traded though.
He has to be traded.
They're
yes.
not trading him in division. As much as I would love that, because we're going to lose John Franklin Myers probably in free agency, which sucks. I really wish JFM was going to stick around because that dude's a fucking animal.
Never say never.
No way in hell they're trading him in division.
I would never say never.
It'll never happen. There's no way. They will take less to trade him to someone else. The Broncos could offer 2 first-round picks, and the Raiders won't take it. I'm just saying.
Just tossing it out there.
I would love to see him in orange and blue. That would be awesome. But it's like when Jared Allen left the Chiefs. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about Max Crosby leaving the Raiders. But nonetheless, back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You were making a point, I think, before we went off of the Max Crosby thing.
No. I'm just saying, like if you're not getting better, you're getting worse.
Oh, right.
And you were making the point about I don't want to hear Bo Nick slander.
Yeah.
We kind of went down that road.
So the bottom line is this, Sean. Let's talk about the game, because here's the thing. So first quarter, kind of opening drive for the Seahawks. I actually really liked what Mike Vrabel and the defense were doing early in that game, because there was a way the Patriots were playing that Seattle offense. They were sitting on routes. They were trying to jump balls and get a quick 6 and really change the momentum of that game. And it was in that moment when I realized it was the first 2 or 3 snaps that they did it, and they jumped a couple of balls, and Darnold completed one to the tight end that should have been intercepted and gone back the other way in my eyes. I still don't know how the ball got through there.
That was over Marcus Jones.
Marcus Jones should have been back to the house for 6 on that play. And I'm sitting there going, I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, Sam Darnold? I'm like, are you trying to lose this game? Because that's how you're going to lose this game. It just didn't work for the Patriots. The plan was in place. They had the right idea. The problem with that plan is, Sean, if it doesn't work, you're cooked.
Yeah.
And what that told me was the Patriots knew that they weren't just going to be able to line up and go toe-to-toe with the Seahawks. They knew they were undermanned and outgunned, and they were going to have to do something kind of somewhat drastic in order to make this game, to sway this game in their favor. I loved the attitude. I loved the game plan from the Patriots defense early on.
Yep.
I think it was brilliant. It just didn't work.
Nope.
Sam Darnold you want to talk about lucky? I think there was 2 throws on that first drive, or in the first quarter anyway.
To JSN and the tight end, yes.
That were they should have both been intercepted.
Yeah. Gonzalez dropped it.
How they got through it? One was the drop, and then the other one got through for a kind of a long first down.
Yeah,
after
it was
that.
like 25 yards.
A big gain, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, good for me, but like, what the fuck are you doing, Sam? Like, because you know me, I'm sitting here waiting for Sam Darnold just to turn back into the fucking
Sam
pumpkin.
Darnold.
And I couldn't wait any longer. I had to see it to believe it. Joey Fats Radio, row 1C1. Yeah, okay, you hung up.
What?
that opening sequence, though, for the Patriots defensively, it told me two things. One, it told me that they were trying to win the game on defense. And two, it told me everything I needed to know about how that game was going to go. Once Sam Darnold completed that pass to the tight end for 25 yards on that, on the one that Marcus Jones should have picked off,
Yeah.
I was like, game's over. I literally said to my wife, game's over. Game's over. I said they've shown their hand. Seattle now knows what's coming. They just got stupid lucky. And I said, I think verbatim to my wife, the Seahawks just got dumb lucky that ball wasn't picked off and gone back the other way for 6.
They didn't score, though.
And I said, no, they scored. They went and kicked a field goal.
Yeah, but I'm saying touchdowns.
I'm saying, but they kicked, 4 field goals to start?
Wasn't it 5?
4. And then they scored the touchdown to make it 19-0.
Okay.
And then
so many fucking field goals.
Dude, it was a field goal fest.
Death by paper cuts.
Well, and that's what I said when I said this game was going to be a slow grind of a loss for the Patriots. That they weren't going to be able to. It was never really going to be out of reach because the scoreboard was going to say we're only a touchdown out of this.
Yes, I know, and that's what the most frustrating part was. If we could do anything on offense, this was a game.
But realistically, when you watch the Patriots offense play, you knew like a touchdown was like deep down. You're like,
it's like, can you fucking throw the ball?
That's going to be tough. A touchdown's going to be tough to come by.
Hell, a first down was tough to come by most of the time.
It was, and that's what I got out of this game was that the Patriots knew they were outmanned, they were outgunned, which is why they were playing so super aggressive on those first couple of drives offensively. And when Seattle went down, kicked a couple field goals, I looked at my wife. I'm like, game's over. Game's over.
Wait, when it was 9-0 going into halftime, it really did feel like insurmountable to come back from. It was like, Jesus Christ! Like if Seattle scores a touchdown, it's impossible to come back from.
Well, that's what it felt like, right? Because flip the script now. When the Patriots had the ball on offense, not only could they not get the running game going, which I said they weren't going to be able to do. I didn't think they were going to be able to do. I thought maybe that Stevenson or Henderson would squeeze in a garbage time touchdown at some point.
Yeah.
Or maybe they would catch one out of the backfield, which I think Henderson ended up ultimately.
Henderson, we gotta stop fucking. We have so many line problems. How about stop giving it to him right up the fucking middle and letting him die at the line of scrimmage?
Well, Seattle just said, "Shut the fuck up! You're not running here."
No shit.
And that's what they did. So it got to a point, Sean, where I think it was probably like by the end of the first quarter, I was relaxed. I was like, all right, Seattle's going to win this game. The only way they're going to lose this is if Sam Darnold just somehow manages to completely fuck this up.
Yeah.
But that anxiety was kind of going away because when you see those passes, when I saw that pass go through the hands of Marcus Jones and what was the tight end's name? I can't remember his name.
It's Barner,
whatever.
Something like that.
Something like that.
It's not Barnett. I think it's A.J. Barnett as a pitcher. But.
You're right. A.J. Burnett is what you're thinking.
Oh,
of.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. There we go.
But anyway, I saw that go through, and I'm like, it's Seattle's day. It's Seattle's day. And immediately I kind of relaxed, and I knew that this was going to go the way that I thought it was going to go. Right then and there on that play, I said, all right, I'm good. I'm chilling. And at 6-0, I already felt like the Seahawks were up 14-0. Because I was like, it may as well have been a touchdown. It really doesn't matter. New England's not scoring.
Right.
And then I watched Drake May and the offense come out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen somebody look that shook at the quarterback position in a Super Bowl since Tony Eason.
And what bothered me the most is that it was the most bland, vanilla bullshit that we couldn't get off either. How many times in how many playoff games do you see Josh McDaniels do flea flicker, toss out to Edelman, or Amendola to Edelman, or some kind of magical bullshit like drawn up at least once per game? You saw not one. And it was because they were killing us at the line of scrimmage so fast where Jared Wilson and Bradbury and Will Campbell were getting shoved so far back behind the line, it wasn't worth it.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know how you guys ride with Will Campbell at left tackle next year. I know Vrabel came out and said it.
I know.
It's
2 days. You can't go
2
like 2
days
days
after the game, and you're not going to make any knee-jerk decisions.
No.
But what I saw, and I don't, injury or not, But
It's bad.
Because even before the injury, watching Will Campbell was not good.
During the season, fine. Playoffs, bad.
No, I mean, go back and look at the Falcons game when they gave up 5 sacks.
They weren't all him. Myles Garrett was him.
But anytime they got into anytime they lined a decent pass rusher up over Will Campbell, he got abused. But injury or pre-injury or post-injury, it really didn't matter. He got fucking abused. And Sean, the biggest telltale sign for me, Sean, he could not handle a bull rush to save his life.
No.
That is a big-bodied man. That is a big, strong man. And he could not handle a bull rush.
No, he's too light in the pants.
He stands up wicked straight.
Yep.
His technique was awful. Everything. And the more I go back and watch him, I'm like, I think they might have whiffed on this pick.
The one thing I will say,
I'll give him time.
Of course,
Because
I'm not
he
going
is
to
a
be
rookie.
I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot because I'm going to give it a whole off season. I'm going to give it a draft class, a free agency, training camp, everything. Plenty of time for him to get healthy. And I'm not blaming the knee injury. That's fully on him. He played bad. That's on him. And he's not blaming the knee injury today either, which I'm glad to actually hear it. He's going to get heavier. He's going to put some fucking weight in his ass. And actually, Teron Armstead, great left tackle of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Teron Armstead came out today on Twitter and was just like, listen, I know everyone's shitting on this kid today, but Teron Armstead's like, he can fix a lot of this. Teron Armstead,
He can.
He says, Teron Armstead, he's like, he never sets his feet. And he goes, it's frustrating me watching this because the ball's hiked and his feet are just constantly moving. And he goes, I'm frustrated watching him play because he never sets his feet. And he goes, you can't do that.
No, you
tackle.
can't. And because he plays scared.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, but I think, and maybe he does have shorter arms, which it puts him at a disadvantage. He's going to have to learn how to deal with that and cope with that, whatever, and figure it out. It's not to say that it's insurmountable and he can't, but Sean, I'm giving this till mid-season next year.
Sure.
If he's still not hacking it at left tackle,
I'm fine with kicking him into a different position.
Because honestly, I don't think he can handle playing guard.
Well, yeah. Well, then he's a bust already. Then.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he can play guard because he's, like you said, he's too light in the pants to play guard. He can't handle a bull rush.
Start eating meat, kid. You're from Louisiana. Start eating.
This kid got exposed in the worst way.
Call up Pablo Sandoval.
It was
that dude could eat.
It was a rough go for Campbell, but
Wilson too, the other rookie.
No, the guard.
Yeah, but he's a rookie too. He was
Right.
the guard right next to him. He got shoved around the whole time.
Big time. That left side of their whole line collapsed. 4 straight games we watched it just be a sieve.
Brutally murdered.
And they're trying to get Drake May killed. I mean, we don't know what the extent of Drake May's shoulder injury was.
Listen,
it really doesn't matter.
Listen, that doesn't matter. I'm sorry. He was if he gets dropped on his arm, that's football. I really don't give a shit. He's running. He wants to be a running quarterback.
Listen, that's
part of the game.
Everybody wants to be a gangster until it's time to do gangster shit.
I'm not gonna sit here and switch up my stance. I tell that shit all the time. I gave every quarterback fucking guff for having that same goddamn instinct. If you want to run with the ball and you get fucking blown up, you better not become a bitch afterward and be like, I can't throw the ball. No, you fucking ran the ball. That was your choice. You better be able to throw the goddamn ball.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
So when it comes down to it, and again, I think the Patriots were just overmatched in this game.
Of course
I don't think they ever had a real chance to win this game. Whether it was the Rams or the Seahawks, I think the result was going to be the same.
Probably.
But I will say this. Bo Nix plays, we win that game. Just saying.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Just saying. You know why?
If Bo Nix doesn't get hurt in the AFC Championship game, it's probably Broncos
Divisional game.
No, I'm saying the championship game.
No, he got hurt in the divisional game.
I know. I'm saying if Bo Nix plays in the championship
Oh,
game.
you said if he got hurt in if he didn't get hurt in the championship
Yes,
game.
if he didn't get hurt for the championship
Oh,
game.
for the you said in the championship.
Oh, whatever. I didn't even say that. I meant for the championship game. Then
Block.
Oh, the fucking Seahawks fans, man. Dude, I can't stand the fucking
Seahawks fans
fans
do fucking suck.
First of all,
I'll give you that.
First of all, you have to rent out the 12th man. How embarrassing is that shit? You have to rent out your fucking fan logo. That's so
They're lame.
bottom tier shit. And then it's like, oh, we travel so well. Oh, I'm so fucking sorry you traveled 8 hours down the West Coast to travel to see this game, you pussy.
4.
Whatever.
8. It was probably less than that. But yeah, you're right. I get it. Maybe it was 8.
You guys are gay. Okay.
The West Coast is pretty big.
Like I whatever, however long it takes. It's like, oh, we paid $41,000. Yeah, you guys don't fucking do anything for a decade, okay? You have money to save.
Yeah.
You know how expensive it is just to live in New England?
And not for nothing, but nobody actually respects the Seahawks as a franchise. Like, you just exist as a thing, and the only guy I ever respected that played for the fucking Seahawks was Marshawn Lynch and Warren Moon. So, and Cam Chancellor.
You know how much it cost me to fill up my car? $21,000, okay?
Yeah.
You guys, it's like $21,000. It's like,
I'm not thrilled that the Seahawks won their second Super Bowl title. I'm really not. I wish Bo Nix had stayed healthy because we could have gotten the Broncos their 4th and prevented the Seahawks from thinking they're people again.
yeah.
But, it is what it is.
John Schneider's kind of like a loser too, though.
Yeah, they're all kind of.
He comes out on stage, like his shirt all unbuttoned, wearing a blazer. He's like, yeah! It's like, what are you screaming for? You did nothing. It took you 13 years.
He's like,
to rebuild.
This one's for Hasselback.
Yeah, it's like you screaming for it. It took you 13
The ghost of
years.
Sean Alexander appreciates this.
Oh my God! It's like, did you know John Schneider completely rebuilt this roster? It took him almost 2 decades. No shit.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, they rebuilt. They had to get rid of. Well, they got rid of Russ 4 years ago.
Get rid of the coach. They got rid of everybody.
They got rid of Pete a year ago. Mike McDonald's in his 2nd year now. I mean, yeah, they get rid of Geno Smith, and all these people sitting there like, oh, Geno Smith must be sick to his stomach. I'm like, why? You think Geno Smith would have won the Super Bowl with the Seahawks? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Geno Smith is out cussing people out in Las Vegas right now.
I'm gonna say this. Destry did say in the chat last week, I don't know why everybody's sleeping on fucking Sam Darnold. I don't know why everybody's, giving him shit. He was the number 1 overall pick. But, Sean, what has this taught us yet again? If you get drafted by the Jets, the Browns, or the Raiders, you're fucked.
Yeah, it's a
dog
shit.
In this new age NFL, if you get away from those teams and you still have some lead left in the pencil, there's hope for you. Baker is killing it down in Tampa Bay.
How embarrassing!
Sam Darnold just won a Super Bowl.
How embarrassing is it for the Carolina Panthers?
With their sharp teeth and claws?
Who had Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield as backups on the team. And they were like, these guys are dog shit.
But wrong place, wrong time, right? Sam Darnold and Baker both went to the Carolina Panthers.
Kyle Shanahan fixed them.
And, yeah,
saying
McVay fixed Baker.
Yeah, McVay fixed Baker. I'm talking about Darnold. Shanahan fixed Darnold.
Did he go to San Fran?
Yeah, he did. And then he went to Minnesota after San Fran.
Okay, that was right. You're right.
And then after that, he was just he played out of his mind great.
And not for nothing, hey, let's give Sam Darnold his fucking props because this dude went to the absolute one of the top 3 worst places you could go to be a quarterback as a rookie in the New York Jets. He got absolutely fucked in that situation. He dug his ass out of that situation and kept pressing. He is now the first quarterback to go back-to-back seasons with 2 different teams and win 14 games. That's never happened before.
And the Vikings became shit
He's
this
the
year.
first quarterback since Brady to win 14 games in back-to-back seasons, 03-04. That is a pretty fucking wild stat when you think about it. So
yeah, it's an impressive
give
stat.
Sam Darnold his flowers. Give Sam Darnold his credit. And let him enjoy and bask in the glory of being a Super Bowl champion after basically being dealt a death sentence the night he was drafted.
Yeah, for so long, too.
This has been years in the making for Sam Darnold. So the perseverance, the commitment to the game, and the skill, and he showed the skills. Not for nothing, Sean, but he played well. They beat the brakes off the 49ers. He outdueled Matt Stafford in that NFC Championship game. They did what they had to do to win those games, and now they're Super Bowl champs. There is something to be said for that. So, all that being said, it still irks me because I watched the Patriots get their asses, their cheeks clapped on Sunday night.
Yep.
And it was one of the most bittersweet Super Bowls that I've ever had to watch, because I've been waiting for a Super Bowl where the Patriots got their cheeks clapped, like where they got blown out, dominated, and they just had no answer, right? Like I thought we were going to get it with Atlanta in 16.
Well, that
or
would have been like a
17.
legit. This didn't feel like a blowout until the fourth quarter when it was like.
But they got dominated though.
They got dominated.
You knew, like when you're watching the game. And you're watching the defense and Seattle's defense, and they're just running amok,
just smothering.
And the Patriots, they didn't have an answer.
No, we didn't.
They didn't have an answer, and I was so. It was almost jaded for me, because while I was enjoying watching the Patriots and their fans have to sit there and suffer through what a lot of us would have to suffer through in our lifetimes in terms of watching our teams in Super Bowls, it also was shitty because I knew if Bo Nix, we were one broken ankle away on a freak play from this not even being the case. So for me, it was bittersweet because I enjoyed watching the Patriots get their shit pushed in. But also in the back of my head, I knew if Bo Nix was healthy, I would say we have a better than a coin flip shot of beating this Seattle team. Because Bo Nix is a gamer. And that brings me to my next point. Drake May. I know everybody wants to sit here and label Drake May a gamer because they won three playoff games in close, tight fashion, if you will. What I saw out of Drake May on Super Bowl Sunday, Sean, is borderline alarming.
Meh.
Because the lights were too bright for him. I said this last week on the show. I said it gives me a little bit of pause because you're talking about a guy who went from a 4-win team to a 14-win team and then kind of fell into the Super Bowl. And if you go back and listen to last week's show, I said that exact I said exactly that. I said I'm a little bit worried for Drake May and how he's going to be able to handle this situation in this spot.
Okay.
And I went back and listened to the show tonight, between yesterday and today, just to make sure that I wasn't misrepresenting or misquoting myself.
Right.
I was worried about Drake May's ability to handle this almost seemingly overnight success. And he didn't handle it. Sean, he didn't handle it. There was some plays. I went back and watched the game again. He missed. I mean, there was some wide open reads he missed. Now, there was a couple where he missed because he was getting flushed out of the pocket and the defense was coming hard after his ass.
Yep.
Giggity and all that. But there was a couple, I mean, aside from the center field air ball, there was some wide open throws he had. He just missed. He missed them low, missed them outside. He was erratic.
Missed them altogether where they were wide open. He just didn't throw to him.
He was erratic. Or he just didn't see him. And I'm not going to sit here and say that Drake May's never going to recover from this. But
he's 23. I'm fairly certain.
This was an ass whipping.
Sure.
An ass whipping. And what I see out of when I compare these guys in this draft class, when I look at Caleb and Jaden and Bo and May and Penix.
There's someone else missing. McCarthy.
Oh, yeah, JJ. No. Dismissed. Dismissed.
Dude, I hate how everyone's using that fucking post. Someone did it with Will Campbell working at Amazon. Yeah. And I was like, no!
I still like the gopher one that you gave us.
The groundhog.
Groundhog, yeah. But it was Sean. Listen. I'm not gonna tear ass into Drake May too hard.
Right. Listen, I understand what you're gonna say. Sometimes, and we've if you've listened to sports radio in the last 48 hours, you've heard the rhetoric of Sometimes people that get beat this badly in the playoffs never make it back to the game again. Sometimes this ruins a career for guys, and these guys get it in their mind, and they just never recover from this. I'm going to have faith. I'm going to have faith that the coaching staff that we have now, Vrabel, the Vrabel's ability to be like, listen, Vrabel's a guy who's just like, he's going to tell Drake, don't be a fucking pussy. You can keep playing this game. We're going to get you some help. I'm not going to let you out here and get sacrificed. And Vrabel can at least go out there and be honest with the staff. Like when he went out there today and talked to the media, and everyone was like, "Hey," like everyone's like, "How's the team?" And he's like, "The team's fine." He's like, "We're going to make some difficult decisions this offseason." He goes, "The team as you saw it is not coming back next year." He at least answers it directly. He's like, "Listen, we're going to make some tough decisions," and they're like, what's going to happen with coaching? He's like, not all the same coaches are going to be back. And he's like, that's just the NFL.
Right. That's the nature of the league. Like, you're not going to have.
But he's honest. That's why I like
the same
Vrabel.
Guys run it back.
And that's why I think the biggest mistake ever was when Tennessee let him go, because he was consistently good for that organization until that organization said, we want you to do it with the most Oakland Athletics team possible, and we're going to take away all your best players.
Right.
And then we're stunned when he only won 7 games. They're like, what the fuck?
I had a conversation with a guy, buddy of mine at the gym today. And he's a big Tennessee fan. He was an Oilers fan and just followed into Tennessee.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I'm like, look at A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, and Mike Vrabel and all the success they've had since they left Tennessee. And he's like, I know, it fucking pisses me the fuck off. Like, he's like, this fucking sucks. And I was like, yeah, I'm like, shit ownership will do that. And he's like, dude, they're the worst. They're the worst. And he's not wrong. But you look at what we saw from the Patriots this year, right? They're going to be a different team next year.
Yeah.
I think I said a couple of weeks ago, we talked about this, where I said the Patriots will be a better team next year than they were this year, but they'll have a worse record.
Yes. I want to say again next year, if I'm looking at the thing again, the way too early prediction machine, I would say 11 wins. And I'd be okay with that, because if you look at the schedule.
I mean, I'll tell you from what I saw, and again, what we saw from Drake May this year.
Yes.
We saw him go 14-3, put up a good season. I'm not going to say it's a great season. I know a lot of people are sitting here. You got that fucking Bryce the Throat Goat on Twitter there with all of his fucking advanced statistics and all that bullshit. Oh, yeah, Drake May was number 1 in all these advanced metrics and blah, blah. Shut the fuck up, dude. Watch the goddamn games. Like, just shut the fuck up and watch the game. I have 20/20 vision, at least 3 functioning brain cells, and I've forgotten more than most people have ever fucking learned about the NFL. I can tell you right now, in no world of mine, in no season, was Drake May ever be considered for an MVP. But here we are. He had 23 votes, and he lost to Matt Stafford by 1. Those 23 people should have their fucking votes taken away, in my opinion, because all you're doing is pushing a storyline. You're pushing a narrative. You're not doing what you're supposed to do in terms of voting, and you're ruining the sanctity of the league. We already saw it with the Hall of Fame when you kept Bill Belichick out the first ballot, which is absolutely fucking asinine. I don't care how many cheating scandals he has tied to his name. I don't care how bad Spygate was behind the scenes, whatever. And I know it was way worse than we fucking even could possibly fucking imagine. I don't care. You either tell us Spygate was the worst scandal of all time and vacate some fucking wins and some Super Bowls, or put Bill Belichick in the Hall of Fame. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, well, Spygate was so bad, but we can't tell you why it was so bad, so we're just going to keep Bill Belichick out of the Hall of Fame, but we're going to keep all of you in the dark. It doesn't work that way.
Yes.
If you want all of us on board, tell us why Spygate was so bad. Tell us why you're keeping him out of the Hall of Fame for a year. Open up that Pandora's box. Oh, you won't, because it will jeopardize the validity of the league. So shut the fuck up. Then you got to put him in the goddamn fucking hall. You made the bed, now lay in it. You can't come back 20-something years later and try and pull the wool over our eyes like this and don't think that we're going to figure it out. Fuck you. But my point is, Drake May at no point during this season, and Sean, you know me, I was banging the drum on this all fucking year.
Yes, you were.
I don't know why this narrative was started. I don't know why it got pushed. I don't know if it was because, Robert Kraft and all of his Zionist Jews wanted their quarterback to be fucking, wanted their quarterback to be the MVP.
There's a headquarters 30 miles from here.
I was going to say, there's a headquarters 30 miles away that's monitoring hate speech, and they're super sensitive about the Jews. I say that tongue in cheek, obviously, but I don't know where this narrative came from that Drake May was suddenly an MVP candidate. He was never in the conversation. He was like a fringe guy. 31 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, 10 interceptions, whatever he had. I'm sorry, but like it really wasn't that impressive. That was like a normal season 20 years ago, a normal good season, not MVP, just a good season. 30-10 was considered like, okay, good year. That's a solid year for a quarterback. That was Dante Culpepper in 2003. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't that. It wasn't like we're not sitting here talking about, MVPs set records.
Yeah.
They push the envelope. They make you think that they're superhuman. Granted, we didn't really have that kind of performance this year from anybody, but Matt Stafford was the closest thing to it, which is why he was my MVP the entire year. Because he was the only guy that really did anything that jumped off the page to you. And people are like, well, Drake May turned a 4-win team into a 14-win team. No, the fuck he didn't. He was the same guy who was on the same fucking team last year that won 4 games. He didn't turn shit.
What the fuck he did?
Vrabel turned this shit around.
He really did. And
anybody with 6 functioning brain cells knows that. So don't sit here and fucking tell me Drake May was some sort of MV fucking P. And then especially don't even try to tell me Drake May was an MVP when I just watched the last 4 fucking games that he played and he looked like absolute fucking shit when he had to play decent to good competition. He played the 4 best teams he played all year. He was ass. 21 sacks, 8 fumbles, 8 interceptions, whatever it was. And don't you tell me like, oh, look at his numbers in the Super Bowl. All his numbers in the Super Bowl were fucking garbage time.
It was all fourth quarter.
All the fourth, he threw 210 yards?
235 yards in the fourth quarter.
In the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
235 yards in a quarter is great.
Pretty impressive.
But when Seattle's sitting there going like, yeah, dude, just go ahead and throw it underneath. We don't care. Like, you're not going to score, and we know you're not going to score, and that's a wrap. Cool, throw for 235 yards. Nobody gives a shit. That's garbage time.
Now, if he only would have done that the other 3 quarters, he would have had 800 yards passing, and we would have had a good game.
And the Patriots would have scored a whopping 21 points.
Fuck.
Because because outside of, Mac Hollins, they got nobody that can get open on the regular.
God damn it. Why was I so accurate with Matt Collins that fucking Drake May loves him?
He hit on my parlay. I had him over 50 yards passing, I think. 50 yards receiving.
Yeah.
Or 40 yards.
Yeah.
40, I had him over 40. And he crushed it. So I had him, Seattle's defense, and Cooper Kupp over 4 receptions.
He loves Mac Hollins.
But I didn't get I missed on the touchdown scores, so cost me a couple grand. But whatever, no big deal. It was only a $10 bet. I don't really care. I didn't wager a ton of money. 774-992-8702 is the number. If you want to call in, you want to get your thoughts out. How did you feel about the game? Where argue with me a little bit. Is Drake? I personally think this could go one of 2 ways for Drake May.
Okay.
This is either going to be a very teachable moment for him, and Mike Vrabel is going to get in his ear, and he's going to get in the offseason, he's going to work his ass off, and he's going to get a lot better. Or he's going to clam up, or even not even clam up. Maybe this was his potential. Maybe he reached his ceiling this year. Maybe this is the best we ever see out of Drake May. Now, do I think that's the case? No. But do I think we're going to have this time next year? Do I think we're going to be talking about Drake May as an MVP? No.
I don't want to say anything yet.
No. Sean, I'm going to tell you right now, just based on what
Joey?
we already said, even though they're going to be a better team next year, they're not going to have the record. They're not going to have the numbers. And I think if the Patriots are going to be successful next year, looking at their schedule, they're going to have to rely on their run game, their defense, and it's going to have to be a much more diverse offense.
It doesn't matter anything what you just said. It depends on how the NFL feels. And the NFL just said, hey, we had this young up-and-coming kid. He came in second place. It's a great storyline. We chatted about it. If the NFL wants to manufacture him as the next star, they will manufacture him as the next star.
You're right, but you and I will be the first people to call it out.
We will.
Because we'll see it.
All of a sudden, Drake May will be like 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and someone will be at 39 touchdowns not getting MVP votes, and we're going to be like...
Now, listen, the MVP award has lost a lot of its luster. What are you, my wife? It's lost all of its appeal and for a lot of people because we saw Lamar Jackson throw 40 touchdowns in a season, and they give it. We saw him throw 20 like 24 touchdowns in a season where Josh Allen threw 40, and they gave it to Lamar Jackson. And then the numbers flipped the next year.
Yards.
And they gave it, but they gave it to Lamar Jackson because Stephen A. Smith and Ryan Clark and Jamil Hill and all these people were fucking losing their shit because they were about to give Jokic, he was about to win 3 MVPs in a row, and they were like, nope, can't do that. Give it to Joel Embiid. Cannot give a white guy in the NBA 3 MVPs in a row. And then they had to give it to Lamar Jackson to balance it because the race baiters were out in full force and that's all they cared about. And then the script flipped, and Josh Allen's got like 24 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, while Lamar throws 40, and they're like, "We're gonna give it to Josh." And I'm like, "What,
Lamar?
What?" Like I get they were just like, "We fucked up last year, so we're just gonna give it to the other guy this year."
Lamar.
Yeah. Dumb as fuck. So the MVP vote, I mean, listen, the MVP vote started to lose its shit to me when they gave it to Adrian Peterson over Peyton Manning in 2012.
Yes.
I mean, obviously Peyton Manning was more valuable to his team, his 13-win Broncos team that had won, gone 8-8 the year before with Tim Tebow at quarterback. He was more valuable to that team than Adrian Peterson was, even though Adrian Peterson did come up 9 yards short or whatever it was of the rushing record. I get it. But that, to me, says Offensive Player of the Year. They were a 10-win team. They gave it to Adrian Peterson because, God forbid, they couldn't just do the right thing and give it to Peyton Manning because he'd already won 4.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to wait until the next year when he threw 55 fucking touchdowns, and they're like, all right, guess we'll give it to Peyton Manning.
Okay.
Begrudgingly, and then he won his 5th. Otherwise, he would have had 6. He should have had 6, but whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm not mad about it. But the MVP award has lost a lot of its sheen. I honestly don't. It's hard for me to take it seriously anymore. I mean, I saw Drake May get 23 votes and come up 1 vote short of MVP this year.
Does anybody really care, though, after like a couple of years?
For MVP?
Yeah, it feels like it's like...
Yeah, because it goes on your... And this kind of ties into the Hall of Fame thing. It goes on. It goes towards your credentials for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but I feel like they make up so many awards. Like Drake May won like FedEx Thrower of the Year.
But that's not an NFL. But that's not an NFL award. That's
I know,
like
but they had it on
a sponsored award.
They had it on an NFL End of the Year award show, and it was just like, what are we doing?
FedEx Air Player of the Year.
Yes.
Like, and not only not, but like, how is Matt Stafford not that? Guy had 41 touchdowns.
FedEx was like, he's gay. I mean, he didn't get voted enough. He didn't send enough FedEx packages.
I just don't understand. And then how do you watch the playoffs and look at Drake May and look what he did against decent competition? I mean, he was abysmal. They didn't win because of Drake May in the playoffs. They won in spite of him. I know he made a couple of good throws, but not for nothing. Kayshon Boutte kind of bailed him out with a one-handed grab against the Texans. And then other than that, he got bailed out by injuries because the other team couldn't field a complete fucking team. I don't know. I don't really ever want to fucking hear shit about Drake May and MVP again. Like, call me when he actually does something worthy of being an MVP. And you and I know, Sean, what an MVP looks like.
Yeah.
We've seen MVP caliber quarterbacks our whole lives. The only time I think I've seen MVP with worse numbers than what Drake May had this year was 2003 when Peyton Manning and Steve McNair split it. But that was 2003 when you could still play defense. A much different game back then. So I don't want to hear about Drake May. I watched him in the Super Bowl. I watched him in the playoffs. The lights were too bright for him. And people get to do, when he audibled to this play and he ran for the first down against Denver to seal it and send him to the Super Bowl. Yeah, cool, dude. They won 10-7 in a blizzard.
Half blizzard.
Yeah, right. The blizzard didn't set until midway through the third quarter.
Like if you would have shown someone the end of that game, the weather, and the beginning of that game, you would have been like, "Oh, it's two different games." No, that's the same game.
Yeah. Right. You would never believed it was the same game at all. But I don't know. I don't ever fucking want to hear Drake May and MVP in the same fucking sentence again until he actually does something that is worth an MVP vote. The fact that he got 23 this year is ridiculous. It's ridiculous to me. Stop cheapening these awards.
Should have got 24.
We had one guy vote for Justin Herbert. Well, two people voted for Josh Allen, too, which I thought was noble.
I thought that was fine, to be honest with you.
Honestly, if Josh Allen had gotten 23 votes instead of Drake May, and Drake May had gotten 2, I'd have been much more. I'd have been like, that makes sense. Because Josh Allen put that a shitty Buffalo team on his back. He had no receivers. All he had was a running game, and the running game was widely...
The running game is wildly overrated.
Well, they were good because of Josh Allen.
100%.
And then, they don't have any receiver. They don't have anybody at the skill positions, really. Shakir was their best receiver.
Wow.
And their defense was a fucking sieve. I mean, they went and got Brandon Cooks at the trade deadline, and Brandon, and then they were relying on him to be the guy to make that catch against Denver and get him to the AFC Championship.
I'm telling you, Buffalo's going to make some surprising cuts this offseason.
Buffalo is going to make some surprising cuts, but I think Buffalo is going to be a good team next year. I think Buffalo is going to be back.
They have Josh. That's why they're going to be a good team.
Of course, they're new coach, new direction.
New coach.
I like it though. You know what it reminds me of a lot, Sean? It reminds me of the Broncos going from John Fox to Gary Kubiak. Kubiak, nobody was like stoked on Kubes when Denver brought him in. Until you saw the results and how he was able to manage that team, manage those players, and get that thing rolling in the right direction.
I guess.
I think Joe Brady can do that for the Bills.
How do you feel about, speaking of Kubiak taking over the Raiders? Take your Raiders bias out of it.
I'm bummed because I have to root against a Bronco bloodline.
Yeah. 5 years.
I don't think he makes it 5 years, dude.
Nobody makes it.
Nobody makes it. I mean, it's just... He's going to get Mendoza. He's going to make Mendoza look pretty fucking good for a little bit. And then Mendoza's going to get exposed because he's not.
He's going to pump up Ashton Genty's numbers.
Yeah, he's not that good. Mendoza's just not that good. They're going to draft him number 1 overall.
I'm saying Kubiak is a run guy.
Yeah, of course. But he's going to have to rebuild the offensive line. But you already got players in that locker room that are saying, I'm not playing here anymore. I don't care who the coach is. It's a horrible look. It's Oakland or Vegas. I mean, it's the Raiders, dude. They're terrible. They're a terrible franchise. They're right there with the Browns and the Jets. Like, they're just a bad franchise with a bad owner. And I feel bad for Clint Kubiak.
And this isn't us saying it. This is Sports Illustrated saying it. This is players saying it. This is CNN saying it. This is all of them saying it.
I mean, I don't know where we go from here with the Raiders, honestly. I don't care who they hire as their head coach, I thought everybody thought when they brought Gruden in, this is it. We're going to turn it around. And I'm like, really? I'm like, I like John Gruden. The guy's got an eye. He can, he knows ball.
I'm surprised Gruden didn't go anywhere.
But, bro, come on. Do you remember Gruden's last couple years in Tampa?
No, of course I do.
He was awful.
Yes,
he
I know.
ground that team. He took Tony Dungy's team and he did what Jim Harbaugh did in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
He just slowly ground them into the ground, didn't do anything to replace, didn't do anything to coach up the talent that was being presented to him, and ultimately he got fired because he couldn't, he wanted, it was Chris Sims at quarterback, and then it was somebody
Jesus
else,
Christ,
and
Chris Sims.
then they had so many different guys that he wanted. He hand selected. No, this is the guy. He's the guy. And it just never fucking worked out. They went to the playoffs in 05. They lost to the
Who was his
Redskins.
quarterback? So I know it was Brad Johnson, but who the fuck was
Well,
that?
Brad Johnson was the Super Bowl winning
Yeah.
quarterback. Then it went to, I want to say Chris Sims in 04.
He was just dog shit.
And then who was the last kid that he? What was his name?
Hold
there?
on, I'm looking.
No, the kid. I actually liked the kid that he drafted. That it was his last quarterback. I think was his last starter in Tampa as the head coach.
Brian Greasy as Chris Sims, Brian Greasy in 04.
Yep.
Gradkowski and Tim Rattay. Jeff Garcia in 07. Jeff Garcia in 08.
Who was the last one? The tall kid.
Josh Freeman?
Nope.
Josh Johnson?
Nope.
Byron Leftwich?
Nope.
Josh McCown?
Nope.
Mike Glennon?
Mike Glennon.
Mike Glennon was hideous.
But he was the last guy. He was like the guy that Gruden was like, this is my guy. This is my dude, Mike Glennon. And I remember people like hyping up Mike Glennon like he was going to be like the next, great thing because he was up playing under Gruden, and Gruden hand selected him. And I thought I kind of bought in because I thought, I watched Glennon a little bit on tape, and I thought like, hey man, this kid's got some talent. But
he looks like Liam Cohen.
Yeah. He looks. Yeah, he's like. Yeah, he kind of looks like Liam Cohen's brother, like an older brother. Spitting image, but like I didn't.
That is Liam Cohen.
Yeah, I mean basically, and I liked Mike Glennon. I saw. It was Mike Glennon versus who the fuck was the other quarterback when I went to the Dolphins Giants game a couple years ago down in Miami.
I don't know.
It was awful. It was. We thought we were going to see Tua versus. Somebody, and Danny Dimes, and it ended up being Mike Glennon versus come on, I forget what year I was even there. It doesn't even matter, but it was just funny. It was both the backups. We didn't get to see anybody. It was an atrocious game, but I actually liked Mike Glennon for a little bit there. But anyway, 774-992-8702. Give us a call if you want to get your thoughts in. What are we at? Hour and 10. So I want to keep this under 2 tonight. Let's get to the halftime show. Did you watch the halftime show?
Yeah, I left it on.
You did?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Gut reaction. I was shocked they didn't put any captions on. Because I thought at least, okay, if he's going to sing Spanish, Puerto Rican, I don't know what he is. Spanish, Puerto Rican, whatever he sings.
Puerto Rico speak Spanish.
Whatever. I thought they would have. I would have
Ricans.
thought they would have had subtitles. Have been like, or whatever, or he would have had some songs in English. I did not know it was going to be 100% non-English. I was like, oh, I guess fuck me then. Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, and then I saw him going through all the things, and I'm trying to follow along as if I'm like. It was like 6 a.m. and I was like a kid again, and I'm on the couch. I'm too lazy to reach remote control. I'm just trying to follow along.
I
did find out that couple did get married. That was real, and I was like, that's kind of cool. Like,
yeah, I guess they had invited him
to their wedding. And he's like, I got something better. You come to the Super Bowl
and get married at the Super Bowl, which I mean, cool.
I'm like, that's cool for them.
Cool for them. I didn't watch it because, well. Like I said last week,
you watch Drowning Pool.
I don't do the mira shit.
Yes,
yes. And I told you it's all that same fucking beat. And the one clip
you were right.
I did see.
I was wrong.
I saw one clip of it and I heard dum ba-dum, boom, and I'm like, yep, it's that same.
When
bullshit.
I heard it, I was like, oh, he's right. I was wrong.
It's all the same, dude. I don't know what these Puerto Ricans fucking think. Like, why are you so hung up on that fucking beat?
It's the same beat, and I was like, God damn, he's right.
It's the same shit in every fucking song. It's so fucking annoying. It was annoying to me 20 years ago when Daddy Yankee came out. It's annoying to me now. So you know what I did as an adult with free will? I just didn't watch it because I didn't care. And not for nothing. And this is this isn't anything personal about against Bad Bunny. I haven't given a fuck about a halftime show in 20 years.
Oh, same.
Like I said, the last time I was excited about a halftime show was when Janet Jackson's titty came flying out. And that was it. That was the only time I've ever been fucking happy. But that's the last time I was happy with a halftime show. Tom Petty in 07 was cool, but it was like, who gives a shit? It's like it's a fucking. They basically play a medley. You know, it's a 10-minute medley of songs. Like, you can't even play a full song because it's too short. So I'm like, I don't give a shit about the halftime show. I really don't. And I wasn't about to start this year. Like I said, the Dre Snoop one was 51 was cool, but that was because it was our generation's music, and it was like, all right, I'll watch and see, you know, how this goes, you know, how it turns out. But even that one was just like, okay. I'm not sitting here like banging the table like that shit was fucking dope. Like, no, it wasn't. It was a fucking halftime show, dude. It's just a flash in the pan. It's a snap of a finger.
Yep.
And it's gone. So all these people, they getting fucking mad as shit about the halftime show. So I did switch over to YouTube and watch the Turning Point halftime show. Kind of a big mistake.
I didn't watch it at all.
I should have just shut it all off and just like, I don't know. I would have rather just watched like 20 minutes of commercials.
Yep.
Because I think both of them were equally ass outside of the fact that Kid Rock was in the Turning Point one, and he did come out to Ba with the Ba, which was great, and I loved that. That being said, they both kind of fucking sucked. Because I hate country music as much as I hate that fucking mira shit. Joey Fats, roll 1C1. Who's this?
This is Dave.
Dave, how's it going?
Good, fellas. How you been?
I mean, I can't complain. I've certainly been worse.
Dave, thanks for being in the chat all night, by the way.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
I can't see the chat. I got the stupid thing up over here. I can't. Anyway.
Dave, what's going on?
I enjoy the show.
Well, thank you.
Guys all the time. Patriots, Drake May, he's going to be all right.
Yeah.
Campbell, rookie year. He's got it under his belt now. He's got playoff experience, which a lot of guys don't have. Campbell's going to be all right. Vrabel's got this whole team turned around. Now, be forewarned, fellas. I'm a Chargers fan, so
oof.
Last year when we came up to Foxborough and kicked the crap out of the Patriots 41-7, I was at that game. You know, I was very happy and everything, but I think the Patriots are going to be all right. Vrabel's got this shit.
Yeah, it was a different beast. You got the Gerard Mayo coach Patriots.
Dude,
yeah, well, they really didn't give Gerard Mayo a chance. Come on, fellas.
I don't think Gerard Mayo really deserved the chance, to be quite honest.
There's stuff coming out now. I don't know. It's probably Jonathan Kraft. There's stuff coming out saying how bad the morale was inside of the stadium. Not the players, like the morale in the offices of when Gerard Mayo worked there, of how people were just like, yo, it's miserable working here because of how shitty like this team is in the organization.
They had no chance.
They would, I don't know like who decided to put all that out, but
listen,
that was a main reason of why Gerard was let go.
My thing with Gerard Mayo and Dave, I don't know how long you've been listening to the show, but we said this last year. Mm-hmm. It's no disrespect to Gerard Mayo. They put him in a position to fail.
100%.
Of course.
He had no business being a head coach.
They gave him tuna fish and wanted them to make sirloin steak. I don't
even know that because I mean, quite frankly, outside of Stephon Diggs and Mac Hollins, this roster really hasn't changed too much since last year.
Wow, wait a minute. What about Campbell? What about Williams?
I mean, not for nothing, but I just watched Campbell get the brakes beat off of him for 4 straight games.
That's going to happen, bro.
No, I know, but like I'm just saying, like I don't know that he was. I don't want to say. I'm not going to sit here and say like Campbell would have made. How many wins was Campbell going to add to Gerard Mayo's team last year? I mean, Gerard Mayo was reluctant to start Drake May. He started Jacoby Brissett at the start of the season.
Yeah, Jacoby Brissett. Yeah.
So I mean, Mayo already made the wrong choice of his opening day starter because he went with his boy instead of the guy that was more talented, which right there and then, that just shows me he had no idea what he was doing. He was not qualified to be an NFL head coach. And it's not a knock on Gerard Mayo. It's just you can't put a guy who just started coaching, retired 3 years ago or 5 years ago, whatever it was, and just started and barely got his beak wet as an assistant and be like, hey, go be the head coach of the team. You're black. You check the boxes. He was
one of Belichick's boys.
He was.
You know what I mean?
He was
So
a great. He was a great player, but
he played for him. He coached under Belichick. You know what I mean? That's a pretty good resume.
But he coached. But he didn't do anything. Like, he wasn't calling plays. He was like a quality assistant quality coach. You know what I mean? Like, just a guy that was there to, like, just help out on the sidelines. I mean, he was basically stirring Gatorade, for Christ's sakes. You know what I mean? He was just in over his head, and it's not his fault. I think the Patriots put him in a position to fail, and he did.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that. And if Justin Herbert had an offensive line, we would have beaten the Patriots.
Absolutely. The Chargers
16-3. We had a great defense. But
I tried telling people that going into that game. Everybody was like, "Oh, we're gonna beat the fucking brakes off the Chargers." I was like, "Bro, I saw that Chargers defense twice against the Broncos this year, and I saw them get after Bo Nix, and I saw what they were able to do to Bo Nix, and I said, you guys are going to be in for a rude surprise. If you think you're just going to coast over the Chargers." I mean, I had one asshole tell me that they were going to beat the Chargers like 41-10, and I was like, no, not even close.
No.
And I ended up
the Chargers were 5-1 in the AFC West. We beat everybody. We own the West. But Denver had a better record, and don't get me wrong, Bo Nix is an awesome quarterback. That kid can play, and if he's in that game, I think they beat the Patriots, man, because Bo Nix is just that good.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Credits too.
There's no doubt in my mind. If Joe Alt isn't hurt, and the Chargers aren't just like, but this is the problem. And Sean and I said it at the beginning of the year.
Yep.
The Chargers are a walking mash unit by week 17 every single year.
Every year.
It never fails. The injury bug just finds a way to fuck the Chargers every single fucking year. It's almost annoying.
Both tackles are out. Rashawn Slater, Joe Alt, that tight end got hurt. Running back Najee Harris, he got hurt. So
didn't he rupture his Achilles against the Broncos in like week 3 or 4, whatever it was?
You lost your star rookie running back, Omarion Hampton, for like 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep. So I got to tell you, with that offensive line away I was surprised we did 11-6. And Herbert got 1 MVP vote. One. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Chargers fan. I get it. You know what I mean? But he did more with less. The kid ran for his life.
Dave, I'll tell you right now, I would have if Herbert had gotten 10 MVP votes and Drake May had gotten 0, I would have been fine with that.
Me too.
Fine with that. Because like you just said, I think Herbert did more with less than May did.
Oh, definitely.
And Herbert played in the division, and everybody it's easy to look back now and be like, "Oh, the Chiefs were ass." Bro, the Chiefs weren't ass until like week 13. You know what I mean? Week 13 was when we kind of realized, like, okay, this isn't the same Chiefs team. Up until that point, everybody was still treating the Chiefs like they were the defending AFC champions, which they were, and they were still playing like it. They just weren't hitting on those plays that they usually did.
Everybody was worried about the Chiefs. Even in week 13, when Mahomes and the Chiefs played the Chargers, Mahomes blew out his ACL, and they said, okay, we're not worried about the Chiefs anymore.
That was it.
Because Mahomes wasn't there.
Right. But that was what it finally took to kind of put the nail in the coffin for the Chiefs. It took Mahomes going down, because even when when the Broncos beat the Chiefs in Denver on that last second field goal, and Bo Nix outdueled Mahomes in that game, that was like even at that point, like the Chiefs were still like, the whole national media was like, oh, the Chiefs are going to win this game, and they're going to come roaring back, and they're going to win the AFC West, and this is their, this is when the comeback starts. And I was like, nah, man, like they're not coming into Denver and beating us. Like, we should have beat y'all twice last year, and not for nothing, but we're going to whoop your ass this year. And we were whooping their ass, but then Mahomes did Mahomes shit, and it made it close at the end, and I had to sweat that one out. But you get my point. The division was a lot harder than I think people realize. Even though the Chiefs were kind of fucking off this year, that doesn't mean that they were an easy out, because that defense was still legit.
How do we feel about the Chiefs next year, speaking of the Chiefs?
It depends when Mahomes comes back.
Mahomes guaranteed already he will be back for training camp.
Then you have to treat the Chiefs like you've treated in the last 5-6 years.
I do think Kelsey's gone.
Absolutely. Andy Reid,
Spags, that guys,
defense, Hollywood Brown, that defense with Chris Jones,
and they're gonna have another round of free agency and the draft to get better. Like, the Chiefs are gonna be a fucking problem next year, dude.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
not because I really wish they weren't, but they are.
I don't care if it's the Broncos, the Chargers. I won't say the Raiders because I hate the Raiders. Anybody win except the Chiefs. I don't want the Chiefs in there.
Well, it's going to be the Chargers, It's going to be the Chargers, the Broncos, in my opinion. I think the Chiefs will finish either second or third, but they'll be a playoff team. I think we'll have 3 playoff teams next year. That's my guess.
Out of the West?
Yeah.
Yeah. We almost did this year.
I mean, we did didn't we have last year? Didn't the Chargers?
Last year, yeah. Chiefs, Broncos, and Chargers were in there last year. So, Sean Payton's done wicked good with that team. Yeah, I hate to say it.
The Raiders will be fucking ass because, well, they're the Raiders, and that's what they do. But they're just there to round out the numbers. But, yeah, no, I think it's going to be 3 teams out of the West next year.
Here's a big question for you. Where does Max Crosby go? Because he's not going to anybody in the West. The Raiders aren't that stupid.
He's going to end up in the NFC, I think.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, they're not I don't even think the Raiders are going to trade him in conference.
Here's my prediction. I think he's going to go to the Patriots because of Tom Brady. What do you think?
I think Brady and the Patriots do not get along.
I'll say, yeah.
You never know. It could be another Kevin McHale when he was trading everybody to the Celtics from the Minnesota Timberwolves. You guys remember that?
Yep. But
Brady doesn't have that relationship.
Yeah, Kevin McHale didn't. His relationship with the Celtics wasn't severed at that point. No, I think I would assume Max Crosby's going to end up somewhere like.
If I had to guess, I would say Washington.
No, because they kind of blew their load last year in free agency. I don't think they can afford him. But like,
it's Washington. They always blow their load, and they go and get more guys.
I know. Well, they used to. I would say like, you know what? Honestly, Seattle, San Fran.
Can Seattle even fucking afford him?
Arizona.
Oh God!
You know what I mean? Like,
if they would have punished him, send him to Arizona.
Well, I'm not saying the Raiders are going to trade him to a team that wants him. They don't care where he goes as long as they're compensated properly.
As long as they're compensated.
I'm just thinking of teams that would give up.
I think Crosby's going to want to go to a playoff team. I don't think he's going to
want to go to Arizona. He can go to wherever he can want to go wherever he wants.
They should
but
send
the
him to
bottom line
Cleveland.
is it's not the NBA. He can't dictate.
Imagine he goes to Cleveland to punish him, but he plays with Myles Garrett. That'd be sick.
Oh my God, that'd be sick. Yeah. Oh my God.
That would be fucking absolutely asinine.
That'd be sick, but it'd be like, you're in Cleveland.
Yeah, you're gonna go win 4 games.
Come and look at both of our towers.
Yeah. You're gonna get 10. You're both gonna get 20 plus sacks, but you're gonna win 4 games.
Yeah, no shit, like Myles Garrett did.
Yeah. Which
what's that meme sound they use? Fuck.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
He had the NFL record, Myles Garrett, but what did they do? Nothing. He's home again.
Nope.
They took the money,
the Cleveland Browns always do.
Again.
Not the NFL record according to Michael Strahan.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Michael Strahan, he's like, nope.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't do it in 16 games.
Brett Favre gave it to Strahan.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously. Mark Gastineau is sitting there, so like Mark Gastineau is still sitting there going like, "This is still my fucking."
Is he
record.
alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. He got into it with Brett Favre at an autograph.
Yes, that's right.
At an autograph
oh
session.
yeah, now I remember. I'm gonna go tweet Mark Gastineau. Big, how do you feel about this?
Yeah.
He's like, how about I kill you?
See if we can get him on the show.
Hey guys, have a great night. Huh?
Hey,
Dave, thanks for the call,
thanks for calling,
appreciate
I appreciate it.
No worries, man. Take care.
All right, bud.
Brother, Mark Gastineau is 70.
Damn. I know he's getting up there, dude. He's not.
He probably doesn't have anything I can reach him out on. Let me see if
he's not a spring chicken, you know. But I would love to talk to Mark Gastineau. How do you feel about Myles Garrett? I know how you feel about Michael Strahan. How do you feel about the Myles Garrett one?
This is the.
Were you relieved that somebody finally got past Michael Strahan's bullshit record? Because it is bullshit. I mean, Favre did just kind of like give that one up. But again, like I don't know that I don't know that Favre gave it up on purpose because he was like, fuck Mark Gastineau. But I know Mark Gastineau feels like that's the case. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I hate fucking Twitter.
Do you though?
Yes.
Do you really?
I looked up Mark Gastineau to see if he has any kind of social media. And someone just put, I once met Mark Gastineau who fell to his knees at a Pokemon card shop convention. What the fuck?
Different Mark Gastineau.
No, talking about the NFL legend because it was in reference to Myles Garrett.
774-992-8702.
Jesus.
Shaw, back to the halftime show. real quick, because like I was saying before, Dave called in. I was saying I switched over to the Turning Point one on YouTube.
Yeah, you said that was a mistake.
It was a mistake, but apparently they're saying that like 25+ million people tuned in. That was the biggest live streamed event ever in the history of the internet.
What?
The Turning Point USA halftime show.
I thought they said 5 million.
No. The numbers keep coming in because everything's so fragmented. You know, like how we have to do it now. Like when we look at our views, like we have to look at New Bedford Guide, Fall River Reporter.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We have to look at everything separately and then add the numbers up. Everything's coming in. They're estimating they're going to have an official, I think, a kind of a somewhat official number, but it's going to be 20 million plus, maybe even north of 25 million people that tuned into that halftime show.
That's fucking wild.
Which will make it the number one largest live stream event ever in the history of the internet. Which is fucking crazy. But it says two things to me. It says, one, people were really that pissed off that some cross-dressing Puerto Rican was singing in Spanish at the Super Bowl.
He didn't dress as a woman at all.
No, he didn't. He didn't, which is fine. But and then on the other hand, it tells you that there's a lot of people that were like either doing this out of spite or they really like country music, which I really don't fucking care for. I gotta say, I was watching the performers in the Turning Point one, and no disrespect to them, I'm sure they're talented artists and whatever. I just can't fucking stand country music, dude. It is such fucking ass. It's so bad. But the amount of people that got like super fucking emotional and defensive over these halftime shows, one way or the other,
it's weird.
It's like, bro, calm down. Like, it's not that serious. Like, Plizzy, which I wish he was here because he loves Bad Bunny for some fucking reason.
Yeah, he's a huge Bad Bunny fan, which I was shocked by that.
I don't know how or why, because I think
Trombeo cantado.
I think all that music is just fucking ass no matter what. Like, but then again, he's also like a Morgan Wallen fan, and I'm just like, ugh, really? Like, you like some fucking whack shit, bro. Like, I'm a fucking dickhead, dude. Like, I don't listen to shitty music. I don't watch shitty movies. I don't watch shitty TV shows. I'm a fucking asshole like that. You know what I mean? And I decided not to listen to Bad Bunny because I know I hate that. So I was like, well, let me turn over to the Turning Point thing and see if that's anything better. It wasn't. It was a bunch of artists that I'd never heard of, didn't know, singing country music that's, you know, they got these guys get their fucking, nice clean jeans and their, $7,000 snakeskin boots on. And they're looking all real country with their hats, and they're singing about pickup trucks and a girl that left them and a jukebox and an old dog and, whatever. And I like to pass the time with fishing rods and guns because I'm a real country man. And I'm like, yeah, cool, bro. Fuck you. Anyway, that music's gay as fuck. It sucks. I don't like it. It's absolute fucking ass. And then Kid Rock came out, and he came out with "To Ba with the Ba," which was cool. And then it just went downhill from there. Then he started singing like a bunch of like Jesus country songs, and I'm like,
that's what I do.
I'm like, all right, well, I guess I can't win.
No,
I just can't win. So I guess the halftime shows just not for me.
Who is
But you know what I did, Sean? As an adult with free will, I just decided to not watch it. And then I decided not to bitch about it either because I really don't fucking care. I know I don't like reggaeton. I know I don't like Bad Bunny. But you know what was funny about it was you had people on one side of it that were supporting Bad Bunny in the halftime show that don't listen to this music or don't like it. And they're like, oh, dude, it was so good, bro. It was just pure vibes, man. It was vibes. And I'm like, you have no fucking idea what you were listening to, do you? And they're like, no, man, it was just vibes. And I'm like, you're full of shit. Like, you can stop virtue signaling now because they get it. Like, you're like, oh, yeah, man, you fucking Trumpers, bro. You fucking hate ethnics, and that's why you don't like Bad Bunny. And I'm like, nope, didn't like Bad Bunny or reggaeton or Daddy Yankee. I don't like any of that shit. It has nothing to do with my political affiliation.
Yeah.
I just think the music is ass, and it is. And, you can like it all you want. Just know I'm going to judge you for it, and that's fine. I turned over to the Turning Point thing. That music was also ass. And anybody who was saying that was good music and great and like, oh, man, it's great music, I'm going to wholeheartedly fucking disagree. That shit fucking sucked too.
All right.
So I don't know what y'all was fucking watching, but all I know is that half the country has shitty taste in music and the other half has shitty taste in music.
Do you know actor? This is related. Do you know actor Josh Duhamel?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see what he said after?
He was in Transformers.
Yeah, he's in plenty of stuff.
Yeah.
He's 53 years old. He's very much an avid football watcher and football fan. After the halftime show ended, he doesn't care about Bad Bunny or anything like that. He doesn't care about. He didn't watch. He's like, hey, Bad Bunny's not my thing. Good for him. Happy for him. He's like, can the NFL just fucking ask Metallica to do one show? He's like, come on.
So, to put the whole Metallica thing to bed, they did this 10 years ago when they went to Santa Clara the first time when the Broncos played the Panthers.
Yeah.
Metallica and the NFL discussed doing it.
Yeah.
They couldn't come to terms and agreements, and they had basically like a mutual like, okay, you know what? We're not interested anymore. Metallica's not interested in playing a Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl is not interested. The NFL is not interested in Metallica playing a halftime show.
Well, it's
never going to happen.
He wants it to happen. He says he's going to like spearhead it to try to get it for Super 61.
It's never going to happen. Metallica's not. They've already said we're not doing a halftime show.
Oh well, he wants to make it a
now,
thing.
If you were going to do like to me like a halftime show would make the most sense if you highlighted like artists from that location. So, like, if you did, like, a Metallica E40 Mr. Fab Too Short collab for a halftime show because it's the Bay Area, I think that would have been fucking lit. That shit would have been fucking dope because that would have been cool because now you're highlighting artists that are from that area. And not for nothing, but there's a lot of people out there, especially the younger generation, has no idea who E40 is. You know, they might have been too young for the hype.
People are in the millennials have no idea who E40 is.
Exactly. He was kind of like a niche rapper for a long time. He was a Bay Area guy.
Yeah.
And then the hyphy movement of 06 was lit. That was dope as fuck. But nobody really knows who he is. You know, say the Mr. Fab, the yellow bus rider. You know, Ghost Ride the Whip. And then, you know, you had Keek the Sneak, Too Short is a fucking legend from the Bay Area. Like, there's so many good rappers from the Bay Area that they could have put a show together just from those guys alone, but they chose not to. And then you have Metallica. Obviously, they're the kings of the Bay Area. They're the goats of metal. They're the gods of metal. But you can't, and the reason why, and like obviously, like Sean, like there's a Metallica poster right behind you. Like, I don't want to see. You can't capture the greatness of Metallica in that like 10 to 14 minutes that the halftime show is.
15
minutes. You can't capture that greatness in that short of a period of time. So there's no point in Metallica doing a show. Now, I was bummed that Metallica didn't do a surprise show at, you know, Giant Stadium or whatever the fuck they call that. Not Comerica. What's the name of the park in San Fran, the baseball park? Like they did 10 years ago. Remember
I don't remember the name of it.
They did the show. They called it Too Heavy for Halftime.
Yes.
And they did a whole concert the night before the Super Bowl, and it was fucking outstanding. One of the best set lists ever, I think, that they've ever put together. But neither here nor there. Metallica's not doing a halftime show. It's never happening. Metallica's already said we're good. The NFL has already said they're good. It's not going to happen. So don't hold your breath.
No, hold my breath. I'm just saying he said he's going to spearhead it, and he wants to see it happen before, like,
I would love to have seen it happen, but again, dude, it's Metallica. They don't need the Super Bowl. They're already selling out stadiums worldwide. Why would they pay money to go play at halftime of the Super Bowl?
They had Beetlejuice just introduce Super Bowl 61.
What?
Never mind. I'm making an awful joke.
Why? Who was it?
I have no idea. It's a woman that looks like Beetlejuice.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Was it Katy Perry?
I'll show you.
It's fine. I believe you. But no, that's never going to happen. So it's neither here nor there. But this halftime show sucked. Everything I saw from it sucked. Especially the videos from the people that were in the stands. Oh yeah, the logo, right?
Yeah. Who was that woman? Was that not Beetlejuice?
I have fucking no idea. if you watch some of the videos from fans in the stands
Yeah.
that were like video, like, you know, like live streaming like the halftime show,
Yeah.
you could barely hear it. It was basically meant for TV.
Yeah.
It was like, so the people who were there would just like, they get kind of fucked out of it. Like, they were like, this sucks. Like,
The Bushes were people. I didn't even know that.
Can't hear it. It sucks. And they're like, and he was like, and honestly, like, fuck these people that are like sitting there like, oh man, like you just didn't get it. It's Puerto Rican culture and this and that. Man, fuck you. Puerto Rico doesn't have a culture, bro. Puerto Rico is just fucking poor and shitty, and it's a shithole. And I'm sorry, I'm not disparaging Puerto Rican people, but go fuck yourself. Like I've been to Puerto Rico more times than I can fucking remember, and every single time I've gone there, I've been nothing but disappointed. I mean, hey, you went there with me, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And I was throwing up in trash cans, and I got a Mountain Dew, and we were just walked around, and all we saw was like Honda Civics with stupid fucking wings on them, and shitty ground effects kits.
I remember, and this is no offense to anybody in Puerto Rico, just being like, I want to go back on the ship so fast because I'm just being harassed.
It
just
sucked.
nonstop.
It fucking sucked. The island sucks. It's fucking ass. I'm sorry. Get over yourselves. Like, not everything is fucking, oh, it's our culture. It's our culture. That's great, bro. Somalia's got a fucking culture, too. Guess what? It's rice and bananas. We already heard about that. We don't give a fuck. It sucks. So shut up. Again, like, just fuck off with your fucking, like, oh, it's you just don't get it, man. It's vibes. It's vibes. No, fuck you, bro. That's just what people say when they have nothing else. And they're trying to make something up to get you because, you know, it's that's the old Inception trick. You just didn't get it, bro. It's a thinking man's movie. You just didn't get it. No. I got it. I just didn't care for it. No. You just didn't get it. You're not smart enough. Like, yeah, you're right. You, Mr. fucking 4 IQ over here, was smarter than me, right? You got it. Okay. All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Enjoy your trash. Enjoy your trash. Enjoy your shit. I don't fucking care. Go fuck yourself. It is what it is. That being said, 774-992-8702. The people, I don't know who was more insufferable. The people who were talking about how great the halftime show was with Bad Bunny simply because they were like trying to virtue signal, or the people who had to like tell everybody they didn't watch it because fuck you, I'm not watching some Spanish speaking fucking Puerto Rican. This is America. And I'm like, God, that's not a flex, bro. Like, you know what you can do? You can just be an adult with free will and do whatever the fuck you want, and then like, you know, not have to like talk about it.
No shit.
Honestly, like some things are just better left unsaid. That was one of them. Do I give a shit about Bad Bunny? Absolutely not. Was the Turning Point halftime show good? Absolutely not. But guess what? 125 million people watched the halftime show with Bad Bunny. 20 to 25 million people watched the Turning Point one. That's 150 million people. That's literally half the fucking country almost.
Half of America.
That was interested in one way or another. I couldn't really be bothered in either. Didn't care. I just wanted to watch a football game. And then on top of this, Sean, before we get back to the fun stuff, commercials.
Yeah.
F-, dude.
Yeah, commercials
What
were
the
terrible.
fuck happened to the commercials this year, dude?
It was just nobody put in any effort.
None.
Nothing was great.
The only one that I laughed at was the one with Ben Affleck and Jennifer Aniston and Tom Brady, the Dunks commercial.
Yeah, the 90s throwback.
That was funny.
That was a lot of effort put into that one.
That was funny,
with
though.
de-aging.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Seinfeld, Cheers, Friends, Goodwill Hunting, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm missing one.
I couldn't, honestly. I just saw it quick.
And there was another one. And then all of a sudden she's like, instead of saying, how do you like them apples, she's like, I'm dating Tom Brady now. And Tom Brady was like awkwardly in it. And Ben Affleck was like, what the fuck?
Which is funny. That was pretty funny. Other than that,
terrible year for commercials.
With I think Ben Stiller, like the Instacart commercial, when he like jumps off the fucking top of the stage and like tries to do the flip and like fucks up the drum set. Like,
yeah, I was like, meh.
That was kind of funny.
And then Mr. Beast was like, I'm giving away $1 million if you can figure out this puzzle. Nobody knows what the fuck he's talking about. It's been 2 days and no one's figured it out.
I didn't even see the commercial.
It's with Salesforce. He's like, go to this QR code. If you figure out this puzzle, you win $1 million. The first person that gets it wins $1 million. And everyone's just like, I'm not getting an email. it's not working, and then everyone's just like, what do we do? You just said scan this QR code, and then you're asking us to give us an answer, and she was like, I don't know.
Yeah, don't care. The commercials sucked. The game sucked. For all intents and purposes, like I love the result, but the game itself sucked.
It was not a great game.
It was not a great game. The Patriots had no business being there, like I said. It was just a shitty year. It was a shitty way to end the year. And I feel like, I know the Super Bowl was, I think actually for the first time in a long time, this Super Bowl did not break a record. It did not outpace last year's Super Bowl. It came in second to last year's Super Bowl, which means the Super Bowl is officially on the decline in terms of numbers. So
there was somebody that made a reference that how long before the Super Bowl is on a streaming app, a streaming service, and you have to pay for it.
I don't think that'll ever happen. Not as long as legacy media companies exist.
I hope you're right.
Because it'll always be on ABC, Fox, CBS. I mean, ESPN has it next year, so that's kind of.
Do they?
Yeah.
Wow.
ESPN got it next year, so that's cable.
That's weird.
Not your typical, thing. Which means but that's kind of nice because I'm like, could you imagine if we get a Manning cast for the Super Bowl next year?
Mm-hmm. You're not gonna get it though.
I mean, why not? Peyton and Eli posted up at the game doing a Manning cast, in a booth. That would be fucking awesome.
I told you Peyton Manning reached out to WWE, right?
No. Peyton
Manning officially reached out to WWE to see if he and his brother Eli could get a tag team match with somebody at WrestleMania.
Awesome.
It's a true story because ESPN owns the rights to WrestleMania.
Right.
So he's like, I'm serious. He goes, I reached out to WWE to see if this could actually get done. He goes, now, obviously, Peyton Manning being Peyton Manning. He goes, obviously, I have a neck injury. So he goes, so Eli would take the brunt of the force of all the match.
Eli, you're the one that's going to have to go to the top of the chain link fence and get thrown off of it. That would be awesome.
That would be funny. Even if they showed up there and did a shtick.
But could you imagine, though? Because ESPN, that means we're going to get Buck and Aikman next year.
Yes, that would be. I love Buck winning the Super Bowl.
I do too. I honestly, I don't have a problem with Joe Buck doing a Super Bowl.
The way he calls it, it almost gives like a historic nostalgia type Super Bowl.
It gives you that big game feel. And that's kind of why I liked Buck and Aikman going to Monday Night Football, because it gave you you knew when you tuned into the 4:00 Fox game, it was a big deal. That was a big game every week. And it gave Monday night that same kind of aura. So to get Buck and Aikman back in a Super Bowl, I think is going to be fucking awesome. Now, I would really love a Manning cast. I don't know how I'll watch that, though, if the Broncos are in it, which I've already put $100 on the Broncos to win the Super Bowl next year at plus 2,000, because those odds are only going to go down once free agency starts. But I really, 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 really would love a Manning cast for next year's Super Bowl. Because it's in SoFi, it's in LA. You get Peyton and Eli out there, let them do their thing, and we could make that. That could be fun.
That would be fun to listen to them call it, but I doubt ESPN would have them run a simulcast and lose ratings.
Why not? They'd be getting the same ratings, ESPN and ESPN2.
Yeah,
it's the same shit. You just bundle it into one.
I think,
like we said, everything's so fragmented now. Anyway, I don't think it really matters anymore.
We'll see. I don't know if they do it. I think they would just want everything on one channel to kind of pump up their ratings. That's what I think they would do. I don't think they would try to stagger it.
You might be right. Might be right in that regard, but I would think that would be actually because but the thing is no, because you just count both of them. Because if I'm watching the Super Bowl, right? If I'm watching the game and I prefer to listen to Peyton and Eli, let's say 125 million people listen to Peyton, Joe Buck and Aikman, and that 25 million people tune into Eli, and that's 150 million people.
I know, but then
because they're still watching the ESPN production. It's still ESPN. It's still all the same family of shit.
I know, but I wonder how that looks to like the board members. They're like, we want to see it on one channel for one station.
I mean, I guess, but it's the same shit though. It's not like, it's on CBS and then ESPN's doing a simulcast of it.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean? It's all your channel still. So, I don't know. We'll see. What else? What else we got here? We covered so are we good with the game?
I think the game we pretty much covered all aspects of it. Like, we covered the Patriots portion.
We'll get into the off-season shit more as
well, I mean, but
we got
it's
weeks and
fucking
weeks and
2
weeks to do
days
that.
after the game. Let's pump the brakes.
Yeah, I mean,
we have a full month to go before we even talk about free agency. Free agency is a month and 2 days away from today.
I'm going out on a limb right now, though. I already told you I'm throwing 100 on the Broncos plus 2,000 to win the Super Bowl.
What are the Patriots at?
They're actually, I think, like plus 950.
That's not great.
Well, I think they have like the 5th or 4th best odds.
I know that's not.
Which
great.
I'm like, not a chance.
They're expecting the Patriots to go out there and make big boy moves. That's why.
I don't, and not for nothing, but like what I saw out of Drake May this year. And I know Dave said that, he kind of, said like, they got the experience. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
He said that for Will.
I think he said it for Drake May too.
No, I think he said Drake will be fine.
I don't think Drake is a problem.
No, they're plus 1,700 right now.
Oh, plus 17?
I'll take that.
On FanDuel?
Yeah.
Really?
Plus 17. Denver's plus 2,000.
Okay, I believe you. I'm not. I don't know.
Jets plus 25,000. The worst odds.
Was it Jets, Browns, Raiders?
Jets, Dolphins, Cardinals.
Nah, that makes sense too. You think the Cardinals trade Marvin Harrison during the offseason?
Probably. He's making a lot of ruckus that he's fucking miserable.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, do you blame him?
But no, we'll get into the offseason, as the weeks roll along, because we got the Combine coming up in a couple of weeks. That's your number one, your favorite.
Love that.
I'm going to get into it a little bit more this year because I do need to pay more attention to that shit. I really want to do a draft night show this year, though.
Okay.
I really want to do a draft, so let's start planning now, work schedule-wise.
Draft night show, though, the only problem with the draft night show is that it goes till like fucking 1 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So take the next day off.
I can't do that.
Yes, you can.
No, next day is Friday. I can't do that.
Yeah, of course you can.
I can't.
Bro, you pick up the phone and be like, I'm sick.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Bro. You gotta make
The person that I fuck over is me. I pick up the phone and I'm like, fuck you, and I say it to myself.
Worth it. But no, I want to do a draft night show this year for sure.
Okay.
Because we did that. That was super fucking fun the one year we did it during COVID. That was awesome. But other than that, we'll get into the offseason as it goes along. But I don't know. After what I saw from Drake May and the 4 games against teams that didn't suck absolute balls, they were all deficient in certain ways, but they didn't suck total balls. Defensively, I got some serious questions about Drake May going forward. I really do.
I'm okay.
I'm. If you're a Patriots fan, you have no choice but to be okay because you're stuck with him. However, I got some fucking questions. I got a lot of questions. I'm gonna want to see him answered. And we'll talk about the schedule as it gets going next year because you guys get. I know you got the Broncos at home. The schedule will come out in 2 or 3 months, whatever it is.
No, it's already out. Oh, you mean the actual
the
dates?
schedule? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No,
that's
the opponents are.
That comes out in like June.
Yeah, like late May, like usually May. I think it is now. It used to be April, but now it's May, for whatever reason, which sucks because it just pushes everything off and makes it harder for me with my work to get days off. But whatever, it doesn't matter. But I got questions. I got fucking questions about everything going on now in New England, and I'm curious to see how this goes. Like I said, I think they might actually be a better team on paper going into next year. Assuming you're going to get with us, but I can almost guarantee you they're going to have a worse record.
I think they will. I
think Denver's going to be the same thing. I don't know if Denver's going to win 14 games next year. I'm probably going to pick them to win 12. realistically.
Okay.
Just looking at the opponents and where, because the good thing for Denver is the majority of their hardest games are at home. But we don't know where that international game is going to come in, if they're going to play one.
I hate how every team has one international game now.
It's just, I'm so fucking over that shit. But what can you do, dude? We all know where this is going.
18. We're going to have 18 games, and every team's going to have one international game. And we want to have one in Germany.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
I'll tell you what. You do one in Germany, have Rammstein play the halftime. I can get on board with that.
He comes out wearing that gigantic 400-pound flamethrower that he can barely hold up
With a
anymore.
giant dildo strap on. You're just like, he's like, ah! And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
He's in such rough shape.
So awesome. All right, before we get out of here, though, Sean, we do have to do, it is left turn season, baby. NASCAR is back. I am fucking fired the fuck up.
I'm going to actually NASCAR
for
betting season.
Daytona. We've got, so you got the twin 125s qualifying races on Thursday night. You've got the truck race on Friday night, which is going to be absolutely fucking lit. You got Tony Stewart, Cletus McFarland, John Hunter Nemechek, Corey LaJoie. You got a ton of guys that are going to be racing in that, and I'm pretty sure Jimmy Johnson's in it too. It is going to be
Jimmy Johnson's back?
Yeah. J Squared, baby, the 7-time champ is back, motherfucker.
Why is he? Wait, he retired, didn't he?
Retired, then came back. He's running for Legacy Motorsports now.
What?
I think he's running the 500
When did
too.
he unretire?
He runs a select schedule. He only runs a couple races a year.
Okay.
But he's running the 500. He's running the truck race, and then we get the ARCA series, and I think is Butterbean racing in the truck? I think Butterbean's racing the truck.
Butterbean?
Fucking McQueen.
Is his name Butterbean?
Nah, it's not his real name, but it's his redneck name, Butterbean McQueen. He's racing in the. I think he's in the truck race too. Anyway, the truck race is the best race of the week, in my opinion. Friday night, you got nothing to do, throw on the fucking NASCAR Craftsman Series truck race. It's awesome. These guys are going to be fucking going balls to the wall, and it's always a spectacular finish because there's like 12 to 15 people that have no fucking idea what they're doing, and it's awesome. And it always makes for a fun finish. I'm sure Corey LaJoie will probably end up upside down again because he always does.
Logano's scheduled to win?
Even though he's my boy.
Favored?
Well, the Penske cars are going to be favorites to win the 500 on Sunday. Sure. You're probably going to have Logano, Blaney.
Byron?
Slick Willie's going to be up there. I think Slick Willie's at plus 1,100.
Was that Byron?
Yeah. William
He's
Byron.
Plus 13.
Plus 1,300. Where's Cindric at? Austin Cindric.
Plus 14.
Plus 14. So, and then Blaney and Logano are probably, plus 950, plus 1,000?
Logano plus 1,000, Blaney plus 1,100.
There you go. So the three Penske guys all up there. I'm looking at a couple of guys, and again, I'll be back to doing, for those that are interested, I'm going to put my post up on Saturday for the 500. It'll be up probably Saturday night, maybe Sunday morning, depending on how things go. But I'll put my picks up. I'll do my usual little review, and give you my predictions for the 500. We hit it the last 2 years in a row with Slick Willie. I'm gonna bet Slick Willie to win it again because fuck it, no one's ever won it 3 in a row. And I would love for Slick Willie to be the first guy to do that. Now, the last guy that had a chance at it was Denny Hamlin in 19 and 20. He did not pull it off in 21. Prior to that, I believe it was Sterling Marlin in 94 and 95.
Okay.
And I don't even think Richard Petty won it. He won 7, and I don't think he even won 3 in a row. So I'm going to go Slick Willie to win it again this year, but I'm not going to bet heavy on it because logistically the odds of that happening are just almost none.
So this is Slick Willie to win the whole thing?
Just the Daytona 500. Championship, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on who I think is gonna win the championship because it's a totally different format this year, and it rewards consistency and longevity over the split that we had. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. There's no more cut lines. There's no more win and you're in. It's all about 26 races, and then the top 16 drivers get into the chase. 10 race chase, 16 drivers. Whoever is the most consistent at the end of that 10 races wins the championship. So it could be wrapped up 2 races before the year is over. Because mathematically, that guy could be so far out ahead, it might not matter.
Okay. I just hit random for the Daytona 500 because I don't know. It came up with Kyle Larson.
No, Kyle Larson's not winning. He sucks at super speedways.
Well, fucking, that's what El Grando Wheelo said. Kyle Larson is the winner. Kyle Larson, Daytona 500 for me.
Now, Kyle Larson to win the championship, that I can get on board with. The 500, no chance. If he wins it, I will be shocked. But then again, it's Daytona. It's a crapshoot. But the thing is with Kyle Larson is he always finds a way to park himself in the wall before the race is over. He's not good at these tracks. He's a very technical driver. He's excellent at short tracks and road courses, things like that. Where you have to be extremely perfect over the course of the race. Whereas Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta, drafting tracks, it takes a totally different set of skills, and you also got to be dumb lucky. Like, you really just got to be fucking lucky. Slick Willie was in 7th place last year on the final lap with a mile and a quarter to go, and he won.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody wrecked on the backstretch, and he just cruised by all of them on the outside and was the first guy to cross the line after 6 cars in front of him.
So this was last year?
Yeah, I was there.
I think I remember you either tell me this or you showing me
remember
this.
the video of me yelling, "Slick Willie! Slick Willie!"
I think so.
Slick Willie! Because I just saw that car right there, that orange and neon yellow Exalta car flash by the wall on the outside of the wreck, and I was like, oh my God, he made it through. And that was the guy I had bet to win it. So, it worked out for me. But I am just, dude, I'm so fucking fired up because we get Daytona this week and then we get Atlanta next week. And Atlanta, to me, is the best ticket in NASCAR right now. That is the best track, best race. It is the most fun. So these first 2 races straight out of the gate, even if you're not a NASCAR fan, if you're bored on Sunday, throw this shit on and watch it. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed.
Okay.
You really won't.
I got nothing to lose at this point.
It's a fucking blast. It's going to be fun. These tracks, the finishes are always spectacular. There's always some fucking controversy, big wrecks, fun shit. It's fucking awesome. So you will not be disappointed. I'll put up my post again, like I said, this weekend, either Saturday night, Sunday morning. It'll be on the Row 1 C1 Facebook page. I'll go back to doing my picks every single week and who I'm taking. We had a rough year last year. We were very close a lot of the times, a lot of weeks, but we just couldn't close out the deal. 2 years ago, we fucking hit 11 winners.
Hey.
So we
Law of
were
averages.
basically batting 500 last 2 years ago. Last year we were batting like 111.
Hey, law of averages though.
It is. So we'll be back this year for sure with more bets. But other than that, Sean, I think that's good.
To end the depressing episode for me, Patriots fans, you should keep your head held high. Don't be out there being like fucking cut a bunch of these members. Just be happy the fucking team made it as far as it did, okay? Like, don't be all high.
Count your blessings.
There's a lot of people out there.
Acknowledge your luck.
First of all, acknowledge your tribal chief. I saw, you see Kairos Tonga's mom, Samoan.
Acknowledge me.
She made a bunch of lays, and she made one for Vrabel, and Vrabel, didn't want to say no, and was just like, oh, all right, just bowed his head. And she was like, she said something to him in Samoan, and he was like, thanks.
Cool.
He said thanks, and then walked through wearing it behind Kairos Tonga, and someone was like, oh, what does the lay mean? He goes, it's Tonga's mom gave it to me, and just kept going.
He's like, I have no fucking idea.
He doesn't know anything about it.
I'm just being really polite.
He was, yeah. But I love when they just ask him answers, and he just doesn't know, and he's like,
awesome.
He just says it.
Love it. But yeah, other than that, we'll be back. I don't know if we're going to be back Tuesday or not.
Okay.
I might have to work this week, so we might not have a show Tuesday.
It's okay. I just came from work an hour, 2 hours ago.
Well, I wouldn't be out of work until right now, so
shit.
that's a problem. Yeah, but I might have to work next week, so I don't. We might not have a show, but we'll be back at least in 2 weeks to recap the Daytona 500 in Atlanta, get you prepped for COTA. We'll be into the combine. We'll be into the offseason.
Jason Tatum back?
Jason Tatum practiced for the first time.
Yeah.
Full practice today.
Yeah, and they said he was ready like 2 weeks ago.
So we'll see if Tatum can get back. And
it's huge for the Celtics.
It is. I mean, East is wide open.
Dude, East is wide open, and this team's been fine without him.
Yeah, that's the thing. They've been fine without him. But we'll get into the basketball. We'll get into basketball season as the weeks roll along, but we are into the spring. We'll be out of it. I think that blizzard's going to miss us on Sunday now too. So, praise Jesus.
Please, I'm sick of these goddamn snowstorms.
It's going out to sea. I think we're going to be okay.
Go all the way out to sea.
We will be back. If not this coming Tuesday, in 2 weeks, we'll be back right here on the one, the only, the New Bedford Guy, Joey Fats Radio, Row 1, Seat 1, for Plizzy, who could not be here, and Mr. Betancourt. I am Joey Fats, and this has been another episode of Row 1 C1. We will check you all again in 7 to 14 days. Enjoy the Daytona 500. Peace.
Later.
Right.